Everybody, it's Mike. I wanted to share with you a video on sugaring. Sugaring is the process of making maple syrup. This is our first year on the property, and when we bought the property, it had an existing evaporator, and it had some existing sugaring products or components. So we thought we'd put those things together as best we can and try to get a good season this year. We ended up doing 512 taps. That's Sergeant Crow, by the way. He likes to be heard. We have 512 taps, and so we should have a nice production run this year. And so we're going to show you how the taps work, how we maintain the taps, how we capture the sap all the way through the boiling and then bottling process. So hope you enjoy. Thanks. Okay, so here's like central station for the sap production program. We have two motors here. The top one is more like a vacuum. It's a sap puller, and what it'll do is it's hooked up to all of the lines. So we have three main lines going out that break out into many smaller systems, going up into 512 taps. So as that comes, is the sap is produced by the tree. It's just by gravity that goes into these tubes. But to make it more efficient, we have this sap guzzler, this sap vacuum, to pull it down. And one of the things you have to do is, first of all, you got to keep monitoring your vacuum gauge. So if that vacuum gauge goes to zero or starts to wane down, then that means that there's a leak in the system somewhere and you have to go find it and repair it. We'll test that in just a second. Secondly, we have this motor here, which takes the sap from the tank and pushes it up into the distillery tank, which is our holding tank for the evaporator. So if we just pan over here to the right, this is our holding tank. It's about 560 gallons plus or minus. And when that's full or getting close to full, we'll pump that up to the distillery to a 300-gallon tank, and then we'll start the boil and syrup production. Okay, so if we go ahead and test these lines right now, first of all, let's open them all up. Get all these lines open. They're all open right now. If I can flip the switch, and we're gonna start this thing up. Probably can't see it, but I can see a little sap running through. Here, it doesn't look like we're building up a vacuum. We have to test the line. I'm going to close the third line. Closing the third line, the vacuum goes way up. Actually, we have a vacuum on the other side. Close the second line. It remains strong. Close the third line. That's kind of what I feel the vacuum, but nothing goes. Let's open up the first line. Goes way down. So that tells me with the third line open right here, the other two closed, that we have definite leaks in that third line system, which we'll have to go fix. We'll have to go repair it. I've got a nice intersection here. We have the pump running, so if there are any leaks, we should hear some hissing. Let's see here. And no sap running through that one yet. No sap running through this. Okay. You see that right there? You see there is some sap kind of waiting in there to come out. Okay, I think I might have found one of the culprits. We have a little leak. See if you could hear this. And then if we turn this over, you see that it's been nibbled on a little bit. So we do have a leak on this line that we have to fix up. I'm going to check on some more lines here. Okay, I do see some sap flowing through, but no leaks. More good sap, no leaks. Gosh, these lines are filled with sap. I gotta fix those leaks so that the pump, the vacuum pulls that sap down. They're all good. Oh, I hear something. Where is it? Where's this leak? Aha! Look at that. Looks like another squirrel got on there. Gotta fix that one up too. Okay. That's creating a real bottleneck for getting that sap down in the tank. Look at all that sap in there. But it's not moving very well because those leaks are making the vacuum irrelevant. Let's go find some more. One of the criteria to determine whether or not the sap is ready to run. So of course you have the temperature. If the daytime temps are above freezing, that's one piece of criteria. But another one is, has the snow melted from the base of the roots of the tree? And that one we haven't hit. At least on many of these trees, these root systems are still covered in snow. Now, today it's approaching 50 degrees. Tomorrow it's going to be approaching 60. So perhaps by tomorrow, a lot of this will be melting or melted. We'll see. We got about a foot on this ground right now, so melting is probably the best. So I'm not sure we're in for our best sap run in the next couple of days because we still have way too much snow on the ground, but let's see what happens. All right, it's March 23rd, and we're firing up the arch for the first time this season, getting our sugaring season kicked off. The arches, the evaporator and pan are filled with sap, and we're ready to roll. We'll have to feed this arch about every 10 to 15 minutes to keep it as hot as possible. We'll be boiling around anywhere between up to about 220 degrees, but we should be boiling consistently just over 200 degrees. All right, we're about, 45 minutes into the boil. Temperature's somewhere around 210 degrees. and it's boiling. Quite the sight. You smell the maple syrup in the air already. It's something you don't ever forget when you smell that sap boiling and it's converting into syrup. Of course, we have several hours to go before it's syrup, but you just smell the beginning of it. It's a lot of fun. All right, we're 2 hours into the boil, and we've got nice color, nice smell. I think we're about maybe 40 to 50% through to syrup. But we're about 211 degrees right now. I'm getting warmer. It's really quite the spectacle. Sugaring in full swing. We're in mid-production. Lots of steam coming off that evaporator.
When I close my eyes, I see you. No matter where I am, I can smell your perfume through these western pines. With your ghost again. It's a shame about the weather, but I know soon we'll be together. And I can't wait till then. I can't wait till then.
I'm ready to spontaneously combust. It's so hot. All right, here we go, another test. We think we gotta be about ready by now. Let's see what this looks like. Get that in there, Lane. All right, let's go. Let's see what it looks like. It's not quite there. Very close. We're gonna give it another 3 minutes to boil, and we're going. All right, ready to draw off. Let's see. When drawing off, we put it through a cheesecloth, and that captures any impurities that we haven't gotten out through the other filtration processes. So this cheesecloth will catch anything else that's impure and just allow the maple syrup through.
Like 2 like 15 to 15.
Yeah, so it's really perfect right now. By the way, can you guys smell this? It smells fantastic.
I can't smell because I'm getting blown by
How about the folks that are watching? Can they smell it?